Well, I've got to admit, it's been a few years since I've been in the schoolroom. Joining me now is Mrs. Emery. She is a school mistress here at Fort Henry. Before I get you to show me a little bit about what the kids are in for when they come in, what types of students and children do you find coming in here?
So during the summer, towards the beginning of the summer, we have a lot of school groups doing educational programming. So typically a lot of grade 8s, but now that school's out for the summer, lots of families come in. So I've had students as young as 4 years old to students who are probably closer to 80 years old, because I find there's a lot of families that come and visit the fort. So really there's a wide range, but I treat them all as if they were students from 4 to 9 years old, because that is who I would be teaching if it were 1867. And so we kind of do a little simulation. I like to explain that it's all for pretend and all for fun before turning on the mean schoolmistress. So I kind of set that up and then really give it to them as if it were 1867.
Get children like running out crying?
I've had children cry, but I have found that they tend to be either very young or have even been homeschooled. So unfortunately, I'm the first environment of any school environment they've ever had. So I have had a few children cry, but then I always go up to them afterwards and I offer them, you know, the chance to ring the school bell or just make sure they're okay. And the parents are always like, "Oh no, that was great." And I find that parents and teachers are often they want more discipline out of their kids, so they're always like, "Are you going to hit them?" And I always have to say no, but they get very interested in the idea of very well behaved and very disciplined children, because in 1867 it would have been very, very strict and none of this running about and screaming. So it's all very well behaved children.
So when people come to Fort Henry, how would they go about getting into the classroom?
We have educational sessions. We have schoolrooms offered throughout the day, 3 lessons a day, 11:30, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. So
Perfect.
I call them out, ring the bell, and see who shows up.
Okay, so you rung the bell, I've showed up. Give me a little taste.
All right, so if you can take a seat. All right, and now I'm going to be schoolmistress as if it were 1867. So feet flat on the floor, looking front, eyes front, hands out on the desk like this. You seem to have some fungus growing on your fingernails. It's absolutely disgusting. I can see elbows, I can see knees. You're not properly dressed at all. You have holes in your boots. And hair should be pulled back and covered. Loose hair means loose morals, and I don't want any girls of loose morals in my classroom. Now, to start, what is the name of the queen there? Who is our reigning monarch? And remember, it is 1867.
Oh boy, you're gonna make me look bad here. Queen Elizabeth.
That is absolutely incorrect. That is Queen Victoria. Don't be ridiculous. Now, stop laughing, no fooling around in my classroom.
Yes, ma'am.
Schoolmistress. Now, if you direct your attention here, you might notice that Great Britain appears twice on the map, once on both sides. Can you tell me why this is?
Because Canada was still part of Great Britain?
Canada is part of Britain's empire. However, the map is drawn this way to illustrate the idea that the world begins and ends with Great Britain.
Oh no, I'm doing so poorly.
And now you're speaking out of turn in my class. Stand up, come here. Face the back. Put your right hand over your nose and raise your left foot. And that is a form of discipline in my classroom for speaking out of turn. Now, thank you for being a good sport. But so that's a bit of an example of what you might get if you were speaking out of turn in my classroom here at Fort Henry.
Coming up later on CTV Morning Live, we're going to check out the brand new Discovery Center. But in the meantime, I think I need to sit back down and work on my geography.
Absolutely.